my name's Kelly, and I'm going to do like a kind of like a video blog thing of the 5-2. I'm going to do 5-2. Okay, so I think everyone knows what that is now, but just in case, it's basically a kind of like a fasting diet or lifestyle. It's supposed to be a lifestyle, not a diet, and you do 2 days a week. You only eat 500 calories, unless you're a man, then you'll eat 600, but women 500 calories, and then the rest of the week kind of whatever you want within reason. You can't just like for the rest of the week. You've got to kind of, you know, be sensible, but that's basically the basics anyway. So I've done this before. I did this back in 2014. We was due to go on holiday, and it was our first holiday abroad in a long time, like years, and also the first one since we'd had children, and I was, you know, I was overweight. I still am overweight. I was overweight, and I was like, God, I need to lose some weight, and sort of getting into that like panic mode. And I've tried everything really, and I've got no willpower. I'm not very, you know, I'm just not very good with willpower. I love chocolate. I just love chocolate. What can I say? And eating. I just want to eat. So I'm just. Well, I say I like eating. I do like eating, but I'm fine off if I don't, unless I've eaten loads of chocolate, and then I just want to just eat everything in sight. I suppose that's a sugar level thing for you. I don't know. But anyway, I've forgotten what I was saying. Oh yes, we're going on holiday. You have to excuse me. I'm actually quite nervous. I've not done this before, so I'm a scatterbrain at the best of times. So when I'm nervous, I'm just even worse. So just bear with me, please. Anyway, so yes, we was going on holiday, and my friend we were sitting at swimming lessons actually for one of the children, and one of the mums was saying about she'd lost I don't know, about a stone in so many weeks, and you know, and she was finding it really easy. So I was like, oh, what are you doing then? Because, you know, I really need to get some poundage off before we go on holiday. I mean, I've got proper mum's jelly belly, you know, and it's worse when you're overweight. I mean, I never have a flat stomach. I've never had a flat stomach, even before kids. So I know that's kind of, you know, that'll never happen. But just to be just a nice shape would be fine. And it's always going to wobble because I've had children, you know, it's been stretched. Anyway, so yes, I said, oh, what you do? And she said to me about this. I said, you know, I did hear something about that a while ago, but I never really looked into it. So I managed to find a documentary on YouTube, which I don't think it's on there anymore, but I was lucky. I found it on there with Michael Mosley, and I bought the book the next day. No, I bought the book that evening, so I'm a bit, you know, I kind of tend to jump, you know, into things with both feet before I've tried it first and before I even thought about it. So I decided, we watched this night, and I'd popped out to Asda or Sainsbury's, I can't remember which now, to get some bits we needed, and I found the book there. I think it was just all kind of meant to be, actually, to be quite honest, because the book was there. So I bought it, and I read it, started reading it that night, and then the next day I just got straight on it. I hadn't got a clue what I was going to eat for my first fast day, but so it wasn't exactly a particularly healthy fast day, the first one. It was just, as long as I didn't eat over my 500 calories, I was happy. So once I got to the second one, I was a bit more, you know, a bit more prepared. But as I say, I do tend to jump in with both feet. So anyway, so I did this. This was about 6 to 7 weeks or so before we was due to go on holiday, and I managed to lose. It was about a stone and 4 pound, 3 or 4 pound. It was just over a stone anyway. So I was quite happy with that, because also where I'd curbed my appetite as well, my stomach had naturally, because my stomach's one thing I worry about, and it had naturally flattened a bit anyway, because it wasn't kind of like, you know, when you eat a lot of food and you feel a bit stuffed and a bit bloated. Well, I kind of had that feeling around my tummy all the time, because No, not because I just kept eating food all the time, but just because where you eat bigger meals, your stomach seems to stay permanently bigger, I suppose. So my stomach must have shrunk a little bit, so it was better anyway. And when we was on holiday, I think because of that, my appetite wasn't huge. It was all inclusive, and I didn't want to eat loads anyway because I didn't want to look really bloated in my tankini, not a bikini. Tankini was far enough for me, thank you. But yes, I kept my appetite in check. And I actually, when we got home and I weighed myself, I'd actually lost a couple of pounds. So I was really pleased. I was like, that is not your usual going on holiday, like after holiday weighing scenario. Normally it's like, oh my God, how much have I put on? But no, I didn't have that. I actually lost weight. So that I was pleased. But I got annoyed with myself because I didn't, well, I'm annoyed with myself now because I think because of that sort of pre-holiday losing weight panic, I didn't need to, I hadn't got to lose weight for a certain date or anything anymore. I just couldn't get back into the flow of it. It's really annoying because it's so easy. I mean, it's like 2 days a week, even I can do that. Some weeks are tougher than others, but even I can do that. I mean, that's pretty easy. And I find as well, when I do other diets, I say, it's best if you pre-plan for that, but then I'm constantly thinking of food. I'm like, right, I'm going to have this for breakfast. I'm going to have that for my snack. Oh, what am I going to have at lunchtime? Oh, and I'm going to have this at dinner time and after dinner. Oh, I'm going to sit down and I'm going to eat this. And then I just get really excited and then I just want to eat. And you're just constantly thinking about food. Whereas with this, I have my 2 fasting days. So I personally, I mean, everyone's different. I find it easier just not to eat anything until as late as possible. So I can normally wait until dinner time when I sit down, and then I'll have like my 500 calories then or thereabouts. And then on the other days I'll just eat like normally. I don't really think about it because I'm not thinking, I can't have this, and does this fit in, or how many things is this, and if it's like points or calories or whatever you're doing, sins, whatever you're doing, you don't even have to think about that. You just you know roughly what's fattening and what isn't. You don't need to know all the ins and outs. On the other days, you just be sensible, and it worked for me. So I'm anyway. Oh God, see the double chin there. This is why I need to really get back on it. I'd lost that weight. I couldn't get back into the rhythm of it again. But I did keep the weight off. I didn't put any weight back on. I did keep it off. And then I got a new job because my youngest was starting school. I'd been a stay-at-home mum, so my youngest was starting school. So I got a good job within the school where my children are. And so it just, worked perfectly. But then, sort of 3 months later, I had a really bad prolapsed disc go in my back. Basically, my bottom disc in my back burst. And I had tremendous pain for a long time down my leg. And initially I couldn't sort of stand, make a sandwich all in one go. I had to I'd stand, get the stuff out of the fridge, lay down, let the pain ease off a bit, and then quickly get up, butter it, as long as I could take it, and then I'd sit down and, not sit down, I couldn't even sit down. Sit down hurt as much as standing up, so I just had to lay down. Anyway, that's kind of like a whole other story. So I was like this for a few months. Basically, I wasn't back to like I am now, complete normal activity, although I'm wary of it all the time, so I do have to be careful. But, normal activity, brisk walking, I'm quite a walker, so I like walking, and, normal activity. You wouldn't know that to look at me, you wouldn't know that I've got something wrong with my back at all. I just have to be careful, that's all. I'll just self-manage it. So that was about 8 months it took me to get back to that normal excuse me. I've had a cold, so I'm just a bit normal activity. And I just put loads of weight back on. Put all that weight back on and a bit more. It's just boredom eating. Having my best friend round all the time. meaning chocolate. Hate it. I love it. It's like it's my bestest friend in the whole world, and yet it's my absolute worst enemy that ever was, that ever lived. I love it and I hate it. I love what it does and I hate what it... No, I don't... Oh God, no, I don't love it. I love what it tastes like, but I hate what it does. That's what I meant to say. But yeah, so... Anyway, so I got overweight again. I mean, when I'd lost the weight before, I was still a little bit overweight, but not, like, you know, majorly. So a lot of this had gone... Now I could actually start seeing my cheekbones, which are kind of gone again. So, anyway, I've had a few half-hearted attempts, not just at this, but trying, you know, just trying to cut down. I've not really, I suppose I've not really, I haven't, it's, you know, it's got to be the right time, and it's not been the right time, but it is now. I feel ready, and it's clicked. I'm there. We've got Christmas out the way, New Year's gone, January's gone, which is a bit there. January's always a bit of a yuck month. And it's 1st of February, and I'm going to do this. And I want to just make it the way of life. So once, you know, I'm not in any hurry to lose all the weight. I've got about 3 stone to lose. I'd say roughly 3 stone to lose. So I'm not in any major hurry. But obviously I'd like to lose, it would be nice to get 1.5 stone off before the school summer holidays. That would be nice. Even 1 stone, you know, makes all the difference. So today, so I've not had anything to eat today. It's about 2:30, 20 to 3, something like that. So I'm soon gonna have to go and get the kids. I've got dinner in the oven for tonight. I've got beef casserole. I haven't counted all my calories in that yet. I have still got to work it out, but I've kept it. You know, it's not like a fatty casserole. It's just full of vegetables, a little bit of beef, and actually I've made 2 dinners out of the pack of beefs. Like 2, we're a family of 5, so I've made 2 lots for all of us out of the pack of meat. So there's not going to be a huge portion of meat in it either, because none of us are. Well, my husband is a bit more, but we're not big meat eaters. That's besides the point. Anyway, what I'm trying to say is the calories aren't going to be tremendously huge. So I do need to work them out, but I'm not worried about that they're going to be like really over my 500. So the worst bit is going to be when the kids come in and they want to have a snack, which is fine. That's when I think, oh, I'm peckish now. I want to have something to eat. Or even when I'm not hungry and I just think, I want something nice to eat. I want some chocolate. Well, I've got to have to say no to myself today. I should just no. That's going to be hard. That is my worst bit. I'm all right when I'm here on my own. But I can manage it. It's fine. I'm a grown-up. Sometimes. Anyway, so I'm not going to tell you much of my weight in a minute. You don't need to know that. I might tell you next week. If I've lost some, I might say, well, this is what I weighed. Or I might even wait a couple of weeks. I don't know. But I'm going to do another one of these this week. Whether you want to watch it or not, it's up to you to find out how much I lose in my first week. But this is kind of going to help me. So for anyone, I always find, like, especially like when I've read weight loss magazines and things, I like to know the age of the person, how much normally how much they weigh. I'm not going to say that yet. And their height. So just so I think, oh, that person's like me. You know, it just kind of helps on, if they've lost weight, just a bit of motivation. So I am 37. I have 3 children and a dog and a husband. So you could say I've got 5 children. And I'm 5'4"-ish. 4 to 5, 5'4", and I need to lose around 3 stone-ish to be roughly sort of in the middle of what is my, you know, what would be my sort of healthy weight range for my height and age. I don't want to be too thin because I am getting older. I think, you know, people who lose loads of weight when they're older look really gaunt. I don't want to look gaunt, but this has got to go. See? So, anyway, I'm sorry I've rambled. As I said, I'm really nervous doing this, and I've just looked at the time actually. My God, I've been rambling for like 15 minutes. I do apologise. I will try and keep it short next time. Okay, anyway, see you later guys. Thanks, bye.